Why do Special Force operatives from all around the world select this knife as their primary weapon? Stick around and we'll go through it. Okay, welcome back everybody to 5 Minute Knives, the channel that's on Rumble, but doesn't know why. Today, we're going to talk about a knife that was sent in by my customer Josh. And thank you, Josh, for sending this in. This is the second time this knife has been on the channel. This is the CRKT Obake. And Obake in Japanese actually means Supreme Badass. So that's why you should buy this knife. This will make you a Supreme Badass if you own this knife. Let's take a look at it. That's the sheath that I made for him in Charbon fiber. He wants to wear this on the small of the back. That's why he went with the combat loop before everybody weeps and moans and cries about how they prefer a soft loop or an ulti clip. I get it. Josh wanted to wear this on the small of the back, so I recommended the combat loop for that application. I think it'll work for him. If not, you can switch it out to something else. Let's take a look at the Knerf itself. Here she be. And you can find this little bad Larry Appleton on DLT Trading currently for $47.99. Price is subject to change. The blade length is 3.55 inches. So square that with your local laws and see if she's kosher for you to be carrying around small in the back as Josh is. The blade is an 8CR13 MOV steel, which some of you may grumble at, but given the shape of this sucker, I don't think that even really matters. It's wrapped with this cordage here, and underneath it's got this kind of faux samigawa, it's called, in the Saward community, which just means race skin. It's got these little nodules that poke up and grab a hold of the wrapping. Except for CRKT, when they do this kind of wrapping, they apply some sort of hardener to it. In my personal life, I've used wood hardener to good success. Not sure what they're using, but it doesn't move. It's very comfortable in my medium-large mitts. It's a small knife, very thin, and this is why for some time this has actually been a favorite for folks that like to EDC a smaller self-defense blade, I would call it. Although I wouldn't poke with this thing. You know, I think this is kind of like a food prepper, box opener, that sort of thing, last ditch if you will. But more importantly, just kind of cool. Kind of falls into that Kobun category for me. It's got a lot of cool factor, but I wouldn't hard use it for anything. It kind of falls into that category. It's got a really cool design, appears to be acid etched in here. I really like it. I think that's a nice touch. Holds up well, hides a lot of wear. And here's the sheath that it originally came with. A molded plastic sheath. Not bad in form factor, actually fits really nice. Zero rattle, comes with this lanyard with a little skull on it. This isn't bad, there's really no place to push off though. The retention's a little bit stiff, not bad. I actually think as far as plastic molded sheaths go, this is pretty sweet. But some folks do send these in to me because they want a custom sheath. That's how much they love the knife. And yes, I know, the custom sheath will cost as much as the knife itself. However, if you ever lose the knife or something happens and you still have the sheath for some reason, you could just buy the knife again and she'll fit. And there's my sheath. If you guys want a custom sheath, reach out to me at 5minuteknives.com. The website is up. I just released, at the time of this recording, those badass tactical 5-minute knife dad slides. Freaking love those things. They're so cool looking. I have an order out for myself right now for those. You're going to press off the thumb ramp here. The other one was missing a thumb ramp. And the retention on my sheath is similar, possibly a touch stiffer. Let's see. There she is in. On the way out, use the thumb ramp. I just don't want this to come off in the small of his back and hurt him. But if you ever get into a jam and you really want to loosen this up just a little bit, you can take off the hardware and you can apply a hair dryer just a little bit to this area here. Please be very careful. You could bend this ramp. You can kind of screw up your sheath really, bad doing that. But it can loosen up a little bit and you just kind of work the knife in and out and she's good. But I like the stiffer retention on this for you. Since you're wearing it on the small of the back, I don't need this thing coming out when you're sitting down and, you sit on it and hurt yourself and poke your butt. I don't need that. So I want you to be safe. So that's why we made it. Anyway, guys, what do you think of the CRKT Obake? The little sword. CRKT is one of those companies that I forget about for a long period of time, and then every once in a while they come out with something that I'm like, ooh, cool. And it does connect with me big time. I like that they've kind of split their focus between tactical and survival and camp. I think it's a nice spread for a company like that. I like their pricing. You know, I don't mind that they use cheaper materials. I think that's kind of cool. It saves us money and helps us get into a design that we normally wouldn't have tried, you know, just for an entry-level price. I think that's pretty cool. So good on you, CRKT. Keep doing what you're doing. I've been a fan for a long time, off and on. Still lamenting the fact that I never got my hands on a Hishao, which was actually like a really big version of this. It used this kind of cordage that was hardened and had like a 12-inch blade, and I just needed it. But it was like $300 at the time. I forget what kind of steel it was using, but I just couldn't justify the price. And then it went out of production, and I've been really upset ever since. So anyway, that's it for me. I know it's a bit of a wham-bammer. Let's roll in the subscribed Starians, the heroes of the channel. These guys have been with me for a long time. There's not a ton of them. You guys are amazing. I never post anything on there. It's literally just to support the channel. It does get you 15% off all Sheath orders, though. So if you're going to order a Sheath, throw $1 on Subscribe Star. You save like 8 on the first Sheath or something like that, depending on what you're getting. My Sheaths range anywhere from 55 to like 75 bucks, something like that, depending on what you're going to get. Carbon fiber patterns are a little bit more, depending. I forget what he paid on this one. Not a ton, but there's my Sheath for the CRKT Obake. I think it came out really nice. I'm happy. He's happy. Everybody's happy. Let me get this in the mail for you, bud. Thanks for sending this one in. I do like this knife, and I jump at the chance to show it on the channel. This is the second time, and I just think it's neat. It does connect with me. I've never bought one, but every time they come through the shop, I'm always kind of happy. I like working with it. I think it's cool how this wrap never moves. They just did a really good job on this design. You know, you kind of can't beat it. So anyway, that's it for me. I appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, check out 5minuteknives.com. All sorts of cool Knerful merch on there. I mean, we're doing it. We're doing it. We're taking the channel to the next level. Pretty soon I'm going to be going out to the woods. I'm looking for a local range to go shooting where I can also film. And oh, one last thing before I forget, I almost forgot. Total weight with my sheath is 5.5 ounces. Not too shabby. Knife in itself, I think, is like 2 something. Yeah, 2.38, which, believe it or not, on DLT trading right now, it says 2.4 ounces. They hit the nail on the head. One of the reasons I like DLT trading, they shoot you straight. Links below if you guys want to pick this one up. And that's enough rambling for me. I will see you guys next time right here on 5 Minute Knives.